Hey guys, what's going on? Carolina here and welcome to one of my first videos that I'm recording in 2020. I got inspired to record this video after having two very insightful phone calls this week with dear friends and mentors of mine. And I don't know if you've ever been in the situation where there are people that, I don't know, you meet them, could be at a seminar, maybe they were a speaker, maybe they were an attendee or something, and you develop this awesome bond with them. And then not only do they become a friend, but then they also become a mentor of yours. Now, before we move on any further with this video, if this is the first time you're here, then go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Otherwise, YouTube might never tell you, and I don't want you to miss anything. First of all, I just want to say 2019 was a bit of a challenging year for me. I had a lot of things going on. I lost my mom. I actually made a video about that you'll find on my channel after a 7-year battle with cancer. And so when that happened, it was very fast. Like 3 months before that, my mom was fine, and then suddenly 3 months later, she was dying. But anyway, that moment, it leaves a very important mark in your heart, in your head, in your soul. And so it took me a few months. I'm still recovering. This was only 4 months ago that my mom passed. So that made me go through some struggles as well in my business. And usually when I'm struggling with my business and my life, my personal life as well, for me they're both very connected because I am my business. I love what I do. I'm very passionate about it. I am a big component of my business, my main business at least. So when that happens, I seek mentors. I usually go to my friends first who are also entrepreneurs and who can relate to the struggles that we have to face sometimes as entrepreneurs. And a couple of my friends also happen to be very, very great mentors. And this week I had a call with each one of them. It was super insightful, and one of them told me, hey, you need to shine. You need to go back to shining. You're a shining star. I actually took the wealth dynamics test from Roger Hamilton. I'm gonna leave a link in the description if you don't know what the wealth dynamics are, so that you can take the test. And that test is gonna tell you a lot about who you are as an individual, as you know, what your personality traits are, what you're good at, what you're not so good at, and that way you know what kind of person or partner you need to associate with in order to shine, in order to grow. And so my test said that I am a star, right? A blazing star, so to speak, which means that I am somebody who loves interacting with people, somebody who is mostly outgoing, even though I'm of a very introverted nature, I must tell you. So if you had met me, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, longer years ago, you would have never pictured me doing YouTube videos like this or being a speaker or any of that, because I am pretty introverted. But when it comes to when I am in my zone, when I'm at a networking event, when I am in a place with like-minded people, I love meeting people, I love talking to people. So I have both parts of the spectrum. It's kind of interesting, but that's who I am, right? And so the past year, not just because of what happened with my mom, but there were also a few other things, business-wise, in my personal life, where I didn't allow myself to shine as much as I used to. And so my friend and mentor, he said to me that I need to allow myself to do that. So hopefully 2020 you will see me a lot more than you did in 2019. I will be doing a lot more content, a lot more videos, a lot more webinars and trainings, and I'll probably start doing lives again, Facebook lives, Instagram lives, YouTube lives, you name it, to continue to share my passion for the internet, for entrepreneurship, for impacting other people, for making money online, which is pretty awesome, especially when you can do it through something that you love. And then my other good friend and mentor, actually both of these guys that I'm talking about, you will find them on my podcast if you go to beyondthehustle.com. Let me tell you immediately which episodes they are so that you can get to know them a little more. But one of them is Artemis Kasane, and Artemis is amongst the early episodes. Both him and my other mentor, Nick Halleck, both of them have been on my podcast. Artemis particularly, he's dedicating his life now to something different than what we discussed on the podcast. Not too different, but he's applying the same passion, the same energy, the same thought process to working with more conscious entrepreneurs instead of necessarily helping people who are sick. However, you're going to get great value from the interview I did with him. So my interview with Artemis was episode 21. Okay, so if you you can go find it on Spotify as well. If you go to Spotify and look for Beyond the Hustle. And my interview with Nick Halleck was episode 8, and we talked about the 5-day weekend philosophy and all that. You're gonna love both episodes. Those two guys are great people, great friends. They are maybe coming from different experiences, different spectrums, different everything, but just having mentors is very, very important for your own self-development. It's important for your business, but it's very important for you as a person. To wrap up the video, when I spoke to Nick, he also told me some of the things that really stuck out. He told me I need to get back to being creative. You know, I love affiliate marketing, and I talk about it a lot, and I tell you guys how to make money with affiliate marketing. I'm an affiliate for a few companies and softwares and courses, but it's a red ocean, okay? And I know that, and Nick made sure to remind me of that. When you're in affiliate marketing, you are in a red ocean. What does this mean? It means there are a lot of fish fighting for the same food, or a lot of sharks fighting for the same fish, if you will. So there's blood, right, from all the fighting, and therefore it turns red. So it's a red ocean. So what you need to look for is a blue ocean. And a blue ocean is when, instead of going after, you know, what all the sharks are going after, you go and find yourself your own little niche where there is less competition, less sharks, less blood, and so it's blue. So he told me you need to get back into a blue ocean. And I want to give the same advice to you today. Whatever you're doing, if you are struggling right now to get clients, if you're struggling because you feel like you are being compared to your competitors based on price specifically, or it could be other things, but when you are competing by price, that is like the #1 sign that you are in a red ocean, because you are seen as a commodity, and commodities, the only way to differentiate them is by price. Gold is a commodity, copper is a commodity. It doesn't matter that much where they come from. In the end, it's the same thing. You'll only check if copper from Chile is cheaper than copper from, I forgot what's the next big copper producer in the world, because Chile is a pretty big one. That's where I'm from. But those are commodities, and you are way more special than that. And sometimes, this is why I had to talk to my mentors. We discussed a lot of other things, but I'm gonna be keeping those to myself right now. But the whole point here is that you remember how special you are. You remember that you don't have to be a commodity. And when you build a brand, when you build a business, that, hey, maybe you're doing something that is not 100% unique, but you're doing it in a very unique way. You're adding your flavor, you're adding your experience, you're adding something that nobody else can add, even if they are in the same market. But you should also question yourself, how far can you go in that market? What's the scalability of that business? Is it possible to scale it up? Did you reach a ceiling because there's too much competition? The ocean is too red. Maybe it's time for you to find a different market. The last thing I want to leave you with is something else my friend Artemis told me. Focus on the who before the what. So there are so many people concerned nowadays with, okay, what am I gonna sell? What, and how, and what, when they are not yet certain about who they will be serving. And if you focus first on who you want to serve, who are the people that you want to work with, who are your dream clients, who will you target with your message, with your product, with your service, the what is going to pop up. It's going to come to your mind, and it's going to be a way more exciting than started with the what. A book that I read in 2019 that really stuck with me was, I don't know if it's here. Oh yeah, it's right here. This book, Start With Why, okay? So start with why and start with who. The what is not that important. My friend, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're new here, once again, I'll just remind you to hit the subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this. Let me know if you have mentors, if you are looking for mentors, if you have seen the value of mentorship in your life. I'd love to hear your experience with that. I've had several mentors through the years. Again, some people who are my friends, and then some people I have paid for mentoring. I've worked with Tony Robbins coaches. I've worked with Brendon Burchard's coaches. I've been to countless seminars, and mentorship is something that just never ends. You never reach a point where you can be like, I'm done. I don't need a mentor anymore, or I don't need to learn anything anymore. That's never gonna come. What is important though is that you go out and do, okay? Which is something where I was stuck for a few months last year. So I hope you really get unstuck this year. I hope that you are able to chase your dream, chase your passion, find a mentor. If you need help with your marketing, with attracting more clients, with building funnels and all of that cool stuff, you can go to workwithcarolina.com or go.workwithcarolina.com, either of those. You can apply for my mentoring program. I will be super excited to help you make this your best year ever. Also remember to go to personalbrandingsecrets.me/ebook, personalbrandingsecrets.me/ebook to get your free 7 steps to online profits guide that I myself created for you for free. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Ha ha ha!